how long are you going to suffer for? Today I'm going to be talking about practicing gratitude, and I say practicing because it is something that you need to do often in order to master, and it's something that I am still doing every day to try and get my head around it, because it is hard. But once you master gratitude, you will become overall happier and radiant, and all that positive energy you will put out, you will get in return. So you're thinking, okay, what is gratitude? What is it? Come on, tell me, it sounds too good to be true. Gratitude is literally just being grateful. But you have to actually be grateful. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm so grateful for everything that I have in the world, but you're not actually grateful for it. Why, may you ask? Do I want to be grateful? Being grateful for things can really help when you're feeling really low, or times are really challenging, or in a pandemic like coronavirus, or death of a loved one. Having gratitude can help you through these tough times, and I think it could be what differentiates people who suffer forever and those who come out of suffering. So when you're putting out grateful energy and you're so grateful for things, like you truly are grateful. You can't just be like, oh, I'm so grateful and I'm so grateful, but you're actually not. Then it's not going to work. You've actually got to feel grateful for things. And when you put out that positive energy, you will get positive things coming back to you. And generally speaking, people who are more grateful are generally happier. Have you ever been to somewhere like Bali or Thailand and you've given a tip to somebody and you've just never seen anyone so happy in their whole life because they are so grateful. They were grateful before you gave them that tip, but you gave it to them anyway, and that's made them even more grateful. And everyone seems a little bit happier over there, don't they, rather than over in this country anyway. I'm in the United Kingdom. So yeah, who wouldn't want to be happier more often? You don't have to be in your face happy, but just generally happier. And it is possible, sorry, not impossible, that's not what I'm trying to say. It is possible to rewire your brain into being more positive, into being more grateful for what you've already got rather than what you don't have. And that's where the sense of overall happiness comes from. And then sometimes you wonder, like, how are you so happy all the time? Eh? It's not fair, you're always happy. I'm sure that they're practicing gratitude. And I say practice because it's not something that can happen to you overnight, because you're already programmed into maybe this mindset. Let's just say, for example, sakes, you are negative. You are programmed into being negative. I was programmed for years and years and years negatively. I was just so negative. I just was, and I'm just constantly moaning, constantly negative. And it's only when I started looking into my brain that I realised, okay, I could actually not be this negative and not be this annoyingly miserable all the time. And gratitude is one of them, and it's still something that I haven't mastered, and I'm not amazing at it, and I'm trying, but I've learned a lot about it, and I've tried, and it's definitely helped, so that's why I want to share that with you today. So talking about that energy, if you are negative, chances are more negative things are going to happen to you. So you know the type of people who always say, oh, why are we so unlucky? Why am I so unlucky? That's because they're putting out negative energy, they're putting out negative terms, and then they are just unlucky people because they attract unlucky things. Or the fact is, if you don't think that you can believe that thought, that you attract what you put out, if you just think of the way people perceive things, then that can make them unlucky. So for example, say something happens to you and you're like, why am I so unlucky? Why did that happen to me? That's person A. But the same situation happens to person B, and they don't think they're unlucky. They just go, oh, well, that's life, and just move on. So that person B is going to attract more positive things because they see situations differently to negative Mr. A or Mrs. A. And that's how things can help, like, that can put a bit more into perspective when I talk about, like, attracting things. It's very much your outlook, your mindset, how you perceive things. So, say your fence fell down. You go, I'm so unlucky, I haven't got any money to fix this fence. I'm so annoyed. Why does things like this always happen to me? That's person A. But then person B, the fence falls down. They go, okay, I have a house. That's something that I took on when I bought it. The fence has fallen down. Okay, I just need to go and fix it. I might not have the money right now, so I'll just prod it back up and stick a rock under it and try and balance it, and I'll sort it out when I've got more money. These things happen. That person goes away and is happier. Person A goes and panics and worries and gets stressed and gets wrinkles, because I get wrinkles when I'm stressed. So that's the two types of people. And as well, you can do that. I'm sure you've all heard like the example of the woman or man stubbing their toe in the morning. So person A wakes up, stubs their toe. Really annoyed them. It kills. They're so annoyed. So they go downstairs, they pull the bowl out, and the bowl just goes flying and it smashes on the floor. So, okay, now they've stubbed their toe because they were angry, they pulled out their bowl with attitude and it's dropped on the floor. So now they're in the queue for the train in the morning on the way to work. Why is there so many people? They're already in a negative mood. They smashed their bowl this morning, their favourite bowl, stubbed their bloody toe. Now they're in this queue. Even though the queue is probably exactly the same every day, it's just how you approach the queue. How is your mind? So you're in the queue for the train, you're getting agitated, you say something to someone and they bark back at you, and you end up having a little argument on the train. You turn up at work, you're super angry, you mess up something in work because you're just not focused because you're in such a negative mindset. And you might be like, why is this happening to me? Why did I stub my toe? Why did the bowl break? Why did that person have an argument with me on the train? And why have I just messed up in work? That's person A. Person B would be like, I stubbed my toe, oh, so annoying. Oh, never mind, I need to be more careful next time. They do go downstairs, they do smash the bowl, but they're like, oops, silly me, these things happen. They pick it up, they put it in the bin, they get another bowl, they might go, oh, I'm really sad about my bowl, I'll just buy another one, it's fine, no point sweating over materialistic things. So then they get on the train, as usual, queue is normal, someone says something to them, tries to start an argument, they just laugh, don't think much of it, get off the train, get to work, chances are they won't make a mistake in work compared to the person A. And if they do make a mistake in work, their growth mindset, so they're gonna think, okay, I'll just learn from this, whereas person A is just gonna go flipping mad and just think, why is this happening to me? So that's the difference between the two people. And these two people are basically a fixed and a growth mindset. And you can also call fixed and growth mindset as suffering and non-suffering. So if you're stuck in a fixed mindset, you're in that mindset where you're like, everything happens to me, I'm so unlucky, that is suffering. You are making yourself suffer for no reason whatsoever when you could literally just flip it on its head and be grateful for things. Like, be grateful you even had a bowl to smash. Be grateful you even have a toe to stub. Like, some people don't have toes. And be grateful that you even have a job that you can get on a train to go to work to. So it's just little things like that, little sort of empowering messages to yourself rather than disempowering messages can just help you. This is what I'm talking about, this is what gratitude is, just be grateful for things. And one important point, I think, is instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? You need to be flipping that on its head and thinking, this is actually happening for me. Because everything in life is a lesson, and from lessons is where you gain quite a lot of knowledge. So the sooner these mistakes happen and the sooner your life is a bit shit, the better it will be for you later on, okay? So you might be thinking, why is lockdown happening to me? I had so many summer plans, I'm not gonna see my friends. No. You need to think, lockdown's happened. Okay, obviously lockdown has come from a very, very sad situation, but instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening for me? Lockdown's happening for me. So like for me, for example, like I had lots of things I needed to iron out in my business. I had like 2 business ventures I was thinking about doing. And instead of thinking, oh shit, I can't sell any of my products anymore because I'm high risk and so are my parents and all my stock's at their house and all that crap. No, I was thinking, this is happening for me. This is actually happening. It's such a good time because I had a second business venture I wanted to sort out and I've had the time to do it. So that's the kind of gratitude I'm talking about, is being grateful for what's happening to you rather than turning it into a negative state of suffering. So what I would like you to do, give you a task. I'd like you to write down everything that you're grateful for, that you're truly grateful for. Like, don't be like, oh, I'm so grateful for this apple in my hand. Because I know people do tell you to say stuff like that, but come on, like, you're not actually that grateful for the apple. But if you actually think about it, you should be really grateful for that apple, the fact that you can even get access to apples, because if you put things in perspective compared to some parts of the world, be grateful for the apple. But, you know, be grateful for the people around you, your health, your house. Just think of all the things that you are grateful for. And you might have a really strong mindset. You might be grateful to yourself for the fact that you have got this strong mindset. Or you might be grateful for the fact that you've stumbled upon this video when you were in a bad place, and now you can start to understand how you're talking to yourself is very disempowering. I don't know, whatever. But do that, that's task number 1. And then task number 2 is just to be accepting of what's happened to you or what's happening to you. So if you are feeling negative, just feel the emotion, feel like, okay, I can feel I'm negative now, so this is happening for me. Like, I'm being negative and it's teaching me something. What is it teaching me? And go away and find out. And you know, if something's really upsetting and something really bad's happened to you, think, okay, what is the lesson here? What can I learn from this? How is this happening for me rather than to me? And I would try and do this exercise every day. I know quite a lot of you probably won't do it at all, but if you do it every day, you're practicing how to shift your mindset into gratefulness, which then is leaving you empowered. So that's what I've got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next episode.